Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to another RF crypto video. Today's markets have gone up again following yesterday's increase. It's gone up by almost 2%, standing at 1.94 trillion. It's back up close to the $2 trillion mark, which is the magical number that everyone wants to see crypto at. A couple of days ago, it was down to 1.5, 1.6 trillion when the invasion started or when the conflict started. So it was about those levels on Thursday, and it regained about 500 billion in just a few days, which is fantastic to see. Bitcoin is up by almost 1%, Ethereum by almost 2%. The whole market is basically trading either a little bit upwards or they're trading quite laterally to the side, which is the case with Bitcoin. 1.75 increase isn't that much, but it is a positive sign for the markets, given that we're in a state of unknown where the crypto market is quite volatile. It's good to see that the volatility is on the upside rather than on the downside. In terms of the Bitcoin chart, we see here that yesterday the price of Bitcoin breached the 41,700 or 41,800 support level. And now it's trading between this 41,800 level and the resistance level of 46,000. So, barring any sort of negative or highly positive news, in the next few days, I think that it's going to be trading between these two bands of 41,600 to 46,000. And we'll see moments where it will touch this 46,000 level and then go back down when the short sellers activate their positions. And we'll also see situations where it might go back down to 41,600 and then shoot back up when the bulls in the market start buying back the dip. It is possible that the markets might contract, and if they do contract below this 41,700 level, it will go back down to 40,000 level, which is your next support level. If it goes beyond the $46,000 level, it might go up to $50,000, which will be the new resistance level. So it's important to keep an eye on this. As I always say, charts tell you a lot, but they're not everything. Fundamentals are way, way more important. Charts are just a good way to keep updated with how the market is performing and what the trends are, or make any conclusions based on what did these spikes happen and based on what did these dips happen. So charts are important, but fundamentals are more important. So this invasion coincides with Bitcoin's highest real volume since early December 2021. So real volume or real trading volume refers to data sourced from exchanges that are believed to be reputable and free from wash trading activities. Wash trading activities is basically speculative activities that people buy and sell to manipulate the prices or just to easily convert fiat into crypto. And in this instant, Arcane Research pulled its figures from the Bitwise 10 exchanges, consisting of names such as Coinbase, Kraken, Poloniex, and Binance, along with LMAX and FTX, which are very, very reputable exchanges. And these are your top exchanges if you want to trade crypto. And according to their research, real daily Bitcoin trading volume surged above $10 billion last Thursday, which was the first day of the conflict, which marks the highest daily volume recorded since December 4th of last year. The firm cited new crypto narratives that have risen to the forefront amongst the ongoing crisis, such as crypto fundraising in Ukraine, along with demand increasing in relation to the Western Bloc and Russia introducing the strictest capital controls in decades. So basically, what Arcane Research is saying under this umbrella term new crypto narratives is that crypto fundraising in Ukraine has raised the demand for crypto because a lot of people are buying crypto in order to donate to Ukraine. Also because there's sanctions in Russia and people aren't being able to convert their cash or their ruble into gold or US dollars, they prefer to place their trust in something that retains value and is easily obtainable, and in this case it's crypto, specifically Bitcoin. This is what's driving up demand, seeing that Russia has a very, very high rate of adoption of cryptocurrencies. These strict capital controls by the Russian government has led to the people converting their money into crypto, and these volumes are massive, and it's one of the reasons that is driving the prices up due to the increase in real trading volume. If you remember, on Thursday, on the first day of the invasion, there was a strong selling pressure from investors because it was a risky situation. It was a new situation. No one knew how the conflict would unfold. No one knew how the world would react. So it was a very, very risky time. People wanted to unload risk from their table and move into safer assets. And that's what caused the prices to go down significantly to about 36,000. But since then, the conflict has sort of stabilized. When I say stabilized, I mean there hasn't been much progression in the sense of escalation. It's the same type of fighting every day. So the risk factor is now priced into the price of Bitcoin, and it's allowed Bitcoin to see its steady recovery back to levels before the invasion and even higher, because now the demand is even higher than before the invasion started due to the factors that I had mentioned before. Around the time of the invasion, stablecoin purchases on Binance via the Ukrainian hryvnia increased from around 2.5 million to as high as 8.5 million by December 25th. And this was in Ukraine. In Russia, we see a similar phenomenon. Ruble-based purchases of USDT went up from around 15 million on February 21st to as high as 35 million on February 28th. So you see this increased activity that is happening in the markets, and most of it is buying, is causing an increase in demand for these cryptocurrencies, and that's why the prices have surged in the last few days. So experts are under the assumption that Russia will not be able to use crypto to bypass sanctions, and these assumptions are totally unfounded. And there are three main reasons why they say so. The first is that sanctions aren't only limited to United States dollar. It is now illegal for any US business or citizen to transact at all with Russia. He said it doesn't matter if they use gold, seashells, dollars, or Bitcoin. No US citizen, no US business is allowed to transact at all with any Russian citizen, any Russian business, or any Russian banks. It doesn't matter the means of payments or the means of exchange, be it dollars or Bitcoin. Due to this first reason, it becomes very difficult for Russia to do business with other countries, seeing that the sanctions are all encompassing and are not limited to currency. The second reason is that financial necessities of a nation like Russia far exceed the current capabilities of crypto markets, which have been dubbed as too small, costly, and transparent to be useful for the Russian economy. If Russia could access enough liquidity, it still couldn't hide its transactions in such a market. Because the nature of blockchain is that all transactions are public, Russia wouldn't be able to hide behind this curtain in order to evade sanctions, because there are always people looking at transactions and looking at the blocks and looking at what's happening in the market, and massive transactions that are required by the Russian economy to keep it afloat would be easily noticeable by anyone that has an eye for these things. They would be able to discern that, okay, these transactions are coming from Russia and they're being used to bypass sanctions. And finally, the third reason, the country has spent years trying to sanction-proof itself, but has failed to build any meaningful crypto infrastructure or even finalize crypto regulations. It's been said that crypto simply does not appear to be part of Russia's plans to mitigate the effect of the sanctions. Putin's strategy, including diversifying Russia's reserves into yuan and gold, not crypto, shifting trade to Asia rather than Europe. So crypto wasn't in his plans initially, so the infrastructure wasn't built for such a situation when sanctions were imposed. Therefore, it's very, very unlikely that Russia will be using crypto in order to evade sanctions. On other news, Ukraine adds more crypto option, teases airdrop, and their platform is selling NFTs for $10 a piece. So in order to attempt to further bolster its fundraising campaign, Ukraine is opening up more crypto options for global donors, and has also intrigued the crypto community by mentioning their airdrop. Further, a digital platform has launched an NFT collection at $10 a piece, with the goal of raising about $430 million. So doing the maths, it's about 4,300,000 NFTs that are going to be up on sale. They're not slowing down, and they're opening as many doors for funding its defense efforts against Russia as it can, which makes sense. Because Ukraine has very limited access to capital. Ukraine wants to defend itself against Russian invasion or Russian attack, and they're using all means possible to raise funds in order to keep their army alive, in order to aid humanitarian efforts for the Ukrainian public suffering from this war. And because of this, they have announced that they will soon be accepting more crypto assets for donations to the country, its armed forces, and its people. So it's basically opening up a whole chain of donations in crypto, which might set the tone of donations in the future. We might see a lot of NGOs, a lot of foundations accepting crypto as donations, because this is working so well. On some related news, Gavin Wood, the creator of Polkadot, announced that he would donate $5 million worth of crypto to the country if they posted an address in the blockchain's native token, DOT. And the country did. So Ukraine's official Twitter account stated that they're now accepting Polkadot donations as well. So let's see if Gavin Wood keeps his promise. And if it does, $5 million is a lot of money in terms of crypto. So it might drive up the price of Polkadot as well, and it might drive up the prices of general crypto markets following this donation. So as per the latest data, the Ukrainian government and organizations providing support to the military have cumulatively raised $26 million through more than 26,000 transactions so far. So about 3 days ago, this was 20 million. So in about 3 days, they raised an extra $5 million. And I think this is going to increase with time. So it will increase at an increasing rate. So in 3 days, it was $5 million. In the next 3 days, it might be 10 million because they're opening up more avenues for crypto donations. They're allowing people to donate in a more diverse set of cryptos. And I think it's going to be an interesting few days to see how the government gets funded through crypto donations. So the billionaire founder of Citadel says he was wrong about Bitcoin and now is looking at the crypto markets. Griffin, who is the founder, previously warned that the younger generation must stay away from crypto and that there is no real need for cryptocurrencies. But now he has turned, and this reminds me of a lot of influential people that have previously said that crypto is poison or crypto is rat poison, as Warren Buffett said, but they took a U-turn and now they're investing in crypto. Berkshire Hathaway now invested in a crypto company. And to Griffin's merit, he said that I've been a naysayer camp over that period over time, which means that he's been against crypto, but the crypto market today has a market cap of around $2 trillion in round numbers, which tells you that he hasn't been right on this call. And he has called crypto as one of the great stories in finance over the course of 15 years. And in January, Citadel Securities announced its first outside investment worth over $1 billion from two prominent crypto venture capital firms, Sequoia Capital and Paradigm. So now they're allowing crypto companies to invest in them. The owner of Citadel is now taking a U-turn saying that crypto is actually great after saying that crypto is basically garbage. It's not the first time and it's not the last time. We'll see a lot of crypto naysayers or previously crypto naysayers coming in defense in crypto and actually going into the crypto business. And I think it's a trend that is very, very beautiful because in the beginning, you go against innovation because it changes the status quo. And then you realize that this innovation is fantastic and let's work on it. And I think because of that, and because these people are openly saying that they were mistaken, I think we should forgive them. And 2022 is looking like a fantastic year for crypto and the blockchain industry in general. And with that, we come to the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button, share this video with your family and friends, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Invest wisely, and cheers.